So genuinely, I was like sitting here eating and listening to something about preparation, and I had this idea come in my head of if we actually want to be able to be prepared for, or the issue that most people have in terms of how they think about preparation is you're thinking about preparation as I need to prepare for what I'm going to be asked to do, right? So like I need to prepare for kind of like the normal situation or the normal scenario. So like let's say we take a pitcher into account for that, right? Like I need to train to be able to throw every fifth day 100 pitches or 150 pitches or whatever it is. And I need to be able to do that. Like that's kind of the baseline of like, okay, I just need to train to prepare to be able to play baseball, or a football player. Like I just need to train to prepare to play football. That doesn't work, because what we actually want to do is be able to prepare for the worst possible situation that could come up, because that's going to come up. And we want to prepare for even worse than that, right? Because like the example that I thought of was, if we take something and make it simple, like let's say that your goal or your target is to do a 5-minute deep push-up. What tends to happen is if that's your goal, getting to the actual 5-minute deep push-up is very hard, but doing, let's say, like a 3-minute deep push-up becomes very easy. So instead we set your goal of like, I want to be able to do a 5-minute deep push-up with 45 pounds added, then getting to the deep push-up that's 5 minutes with just body weight becomes easier, right? Even though that was your original target. So like, let's say we take the 5-minute deep push-up and we say that is, I want to be able to be healthy for a full season. Like that's your 5-minute deep push-up. How about instead of that being the target, it's like, I not only want to be healthy, I want to be able to go through the absolute worst case scenario. Like I have to throw back to back to back to back days. I get terrible sleep. I get bad food. I don't know, something happens with a family member, a friend along the season, like sets me off a little bit. It's like to be able to take and handle the absolute worst possible scenario. And then that is what we actually want to train, prepare for, so that what you're actually going to have to go through is easy, right? So it's like prepare for the absolute possible worst, and even worse than the absolute possible worst. Then the thing that you actually want to be able to do now becomes easier and becomes more doable. But the thing is, like, most people incorrectly estimate what it is. Like you set and I do the same thing. I set the wrong target to start with. I'm like, okay, the goal is, if we just use numbers, like let's say the goal is to get 10 of something, right? That's the initial thought. The goal is to get 10 of something. Then we struggle to try to get 10. We struggle to try to get 10. But if we set the actual goal is like, okay, the goal is to get 100 of this thing, 10 becomes easy. And so that's what I'm saying is, when you're thinking about training, when you're thinking about preparation, don't just prepare for what you're going to probably have to do. Prepare for the absolute worst of what you're going to have to do, the absolute worst of what you're going to be asked to do. Then that makes the actual season, the actual output, the actual performance easy. But if we just try to prepare for the performance, the expected performance, then we're like, that's the line where we're having the struggle with. Like we want to have the struggle in the training. We don't want to have the struggle in the performance. But in order to do that, the training actually has to be like that much more difficult than it.